It's 6 p.m. It is time to do a little movie review action. We are the Screen Team here on today's Talk 930 KWOC and 93.3 FM. Being joined by Stacy and Sabrina. And ladies, we've got a great show this evening, correct?
Of course, because I picked the movies.
Oh, man. What do you got for us today, Sabrina?
Well, first we're going to talk about the Polar Express.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo. And then we're going to talk about the Maze Runner.
Uh-huh.
And then our theatrical pick is Into the Woods.
Into the Woods. All right, so we'll get to that one here in a few minutes. So let's start off with your personal pick, the Polar Express. This has been a Christmas classic, kind of a new Christmas classic for about 10 years or so, right?
Gosh, has it been that long? I guess it has.
Probably, yeah.
I remember when it came out, but I was like...
2004. Yeah, 10
I'd
years,
just
man.
gotten off a cruise ship.
You were a young whippersnapper back then.
Yeah.
You had just met a young rogue, a young DJ in
who
the
likes
Poplar
to wear
Bluff
his
area.
hat backwards.
Yes.
Yes, I was working as a DJ for the first time in my life.
Wiki.
I know, right? So many things. All the things. Okay, so this movie.
So did you see this movie? What was the first time you saw this movie? Was it in theaters? Was it?
I don't remember.
Awesome.
Unless you took me in the last 12 or 10 years, then no, I probably didn't see it at the movie theater.
No, I didn't. I never wanted to see this film.
I probably rented it.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's this movie about?
It's about a kid who's on the cusp of believing or not believing in the magic of Christmas and Santa Claus.
Great.
And he is convinced that it's all a scam and he's not going to be anybody's fool, and you find all of this out within the first 5 seconds of the movie. And then all of a sudden this ginormous Polar Express train shows up in his front yard and picks him up. And the conductor tells him, if I were you, I'd think about getting on this train. We're going to the North Pole. And that's all you know. You don't really know what for, nothing like that. He gets on and it's a crazy adventure ride on this train, picking up different types of people, kids of different ages, of different walks of life, and in different stages of belief or disbelief. And they're all headed to the North Pole to meet Santa Claus and get to see who's going to get the first gift of Christmas. And, of course, the journey is where you learn to believe or not believe. And he makes friends with Joe, who is a mysterious character that appears mysteriously throughout the train ride. And they have all kinds of dangerous adventures on the train and death-defying acts. And it's just a whirlwind of craziness that has also taken shape in the real world. During the holidays now, you can get your own little ornament of the
you can actually go on the Polar Express.
Jingle bell. I'm getting there.
I'm sorry,
You can get
man.
the jingle bell where you can hear the magic of Christmas in it.
Right.
And then, yes, you can go to different cities and get on the Polar Express and take an adventurous ride of your own in your PJs and get hot chocolate.
Which, if you were a good husband, you would have bought tickets in advance for your family.
Yes, and we didn't do that this year, even though our son is completely overwhelmed with trains and choo-choos. So if he's still there next year, we're going to take him, right?
So Sabrina.
You mean Stacy?
No, Sabrina, do you still do you believe in this movie? Do you enjoy this film?
Oh, I've enjoyed it. I think it's a fun movie. It's one of those real animations where it looks like real people that have been animated. And so some people might like that, some people don't. Chris Berger being one of those that doesn't. But Luke, being almost 2 years old, is captivated by this movie completely until they start wandering away from the choo-choo train. And as soon as they wander away from the choo-choo train, then he's kind of, but as soon as that train's back on, he's all over it. So,
Stacy, what'd you think?
Oh, I like this movie. I think it's a good... It's the one you break out when you break out all the Christmas stuff. You know, it's a good one to, after you've had that stressful day of digging all your Christmas crap out, deciding what's broken, what's not broken. You get it all put up. You turn all your lights down. You have your tree lights on, and you can put this movie in and just
enjoy the ride.
Yeah, just get your holiday started with it.
Tell me, do you like the scene where they're going up and down?
I'm glad I'm not on that train. Or the part where they're skidding across the ice, or any of that dangerous stuff. I ain't happening. I'd have been like, get me off of this train.
I'm pretty sure this was in 3D at the movies.
You're probably right. Yeah.
I like that whole animated person thing. I like that. It's better than like claymation or when you that.
I would disagree with you on that, but I do enjoy this movie. Just with or without the animation.
Not that I don't like claymation, but if I had to choose like what I would watch. Now, that's excluding like Rudolph and because
they're not clay.
No. I'm not sure what that is.
It's stop animation.
Okay. Oh, that's where they put the pictures. They put the scene, they take a picture, they move the scene.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's all good, but some of that claymation stuff is just, I don't dig that. But this movie, I like the whole cinematography of it and stuff. I mean, and Tom Hanks, right?
Tom Hanks plays like 15,000 characters in this movie.
And he shouldn't.
He's the man.
Just stick with one.
He should have just stuck with one. You're right on that. Chris, what'd you think?
Oh, honey, I've got mixed feelings about this film.
Let's hear them.
Oh, okay. I don't like this film for personal. Personally, I don't like this film just because I'm a grumpy old man, and both you girls know that. But it's hard to hate a film that your son loves so much
and wants to watch over.
He wants
and
to
over.
watch it over
by
and
the
over.
end of the holiday season,
right.
You're allowed to hate it after you've watched it like 3 times a day for 26 days. It's okay. It's okay to just go away.
And honestly, it's hard for me to rip on a film that is actually, I think, a decent family film for a lot of different people. I personally don't like the animation in the film. I don't like that.
Why?
It scares me, man. All right.
Does it remind you of something?
It reminds me of dolls and that come alive, and so I don't like it. Okay. I just don't like the animation of this film. All right. So that's one of my big things. So I'm not a fan of the animation, obviously, but kids are going to love it. Parents are going to love it as well. So it's hard for me to rip on a film that will bring so much joy to a lot of people. So I'm not going to, but I don't like the film. But you should watch it. That's my 2 cents.
I agree with Stacy. It's good to have out for the holidays, but now that it's time to take down the festivities and get ready for the next holiday, it's time to pack it up.
This movie up, yeah.
It's the Polar Express starring Tom Hanks. You can find it on DVD. Coming up after the break, another DVD pick called The Maze Runner. We'll get to that next on Today's Talk, 930 KWOC.